Okay, we are live and it's Walmart Wednesday. That's my intro theme song. Do you like it? You're welcome for my beautiful singing. So Walmart, we're going to talk Walmart because it's Walmart Wednesday, but I do want to just give a quick shout out to Nate, who's already here in the chat waiting to have questions answered. And that last night I went to eBay Open here in Las Vegas. I know eBay's not Walmart. I really need to do an eBay show. So I say I'm going to do that, and I really do. So we got cool eBay swag. I got some eBay advice from 2 eBay employees that were there. We had one that was in charge of advertising for eBay, and the other gentleman was a growth advisor for eBay sellers. And I do want to say just 2 quick tips. I'll save it for an eBay show. If you are an eBay seller, you definitely do not have to bid high if you do just that simple percentage. Nate and Elizabeth were doing theirs a little too high, they were told. I was doing mine at 2.9%, and she said mine was perfect. So you don't always necessarily have to bid higher to be the one that like lands the sale or gets the sale. So consider lower bids. And another really great tip from the other the gentleman who was the growth advisor is he said, you do not have to do product descriptions. He says it does not help you on your listing whatsoever. And I thought that was really, really important, good to know, because I thought, like we know with Amazon and Walmart and everything else, that our keywords in our description are helping us. He said everything has to do with your title and the item specifics. So all those things you would normally put in a description, put it in your items specifics. eBay employees are also eBay sellers, which I thought was cool. eBay encourages them to be eBay sellers and wants them to sell on eBay. So I thought that was cool. And he said he never, ever, ever does product descriptions. And so this is coming from a guy who's a growth advisor who works at eBay and sells on eBay. So I wanted to throw that really quick snippet about eBay before we dive into Walmart. So Reno, Heather, do either of you have anything interesting to share from the last 2 weeks about your Walmart journey? Anything great that happened or something you want to share?
I think for me, the last couple of weeks, I've really been focusing on getting WFS shipments done. So this week I did a shipment on Monday. I sent one out on Monday. I sent another one out today, and I plan to do another one on Friday. And I was working on this shipment yesterday, and I was converting things, and just everything was just going. It was just converting and smooth, and I wasn't getting errors. And I'm like, this is really getting streamlined for me. Like I'm really getting that process down, and it's taking a lot less time, and it just gets easier, and you kind of learn the little nuances of, what to do. So it's definitely improving for me. And I can see, my payouts are, my sales and my payouts are slowly but steadily climbing a little bit. So I feel like I've been making some progress with Walmart.
Now, are you also doing Amazon shipments while you're doing Walmart shipments too?
Yes.
Today, how are you finding that balancing act between the two and the?
So I typically have done them on separate days, right? This is either an Amazon shipment or a Walmart shipment day. And just, like one day a week I would do Walmart. But I did hire somebody this week to help. And so like today I got out both a Walmart and an Amazon shipment. So I'm feeling like a superstar today. I'm tired as heck.
Which goes faster, Walmart or Amazon?
Oh, Walmart. Oh, yeah. Like the Walmart shipment, literally, within an hour, I had it thrown in the boxes and labeled and done. And then all afternoon, you do the 6 shipments. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
How about you, Rena? What any stories to tell since we met last time in the last 2 weeks on your Walmart journey?
Yeah, Walmart is much easier to ship into. It's just changing everything over to Walmart fulfillment. It's some days it all falls into place, and you get everything you click on ships transfers over, and then a lot of times you can do it, and it's not till 24 hours later. Oh yeah, okay, we'll let you ship it to Walmart. So
Okay.
that, and the new app that Walmart has us testing, they've discontinued it for right now or locked us out. I know I'm locked out. I think Heather.
And are you talking about the Walmart seller app?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're done with the testing, or they're upgrading it and then they'll release it again to us. But right now,
Maybe that's what it is, because my onboarding specialist, I had a phone call with her. She sent me an email with this QR code. I had to scan the QR code to enter in my information, because she's inviting me to get to be a user of the Walmart.
Oh, okay.
So it definitely is still there. So my guess, she didn't mention an update or not an update or anything like that, but it will be. So I'm guessing it will be there.
This just happened 2 days ago. And
Okay.
with all the fears of Amazon, that's why I reached out to Heather. I says, can you check yours? Oh yeah, mine doesn't work too. So it was, it's a fear you get every so often. So
I can't wait to try the app. So
it's
for
nothing
those who
special.
don't, it's nothing, there's nothing exciting about it. Okay.
No, other than it notifies you when you have a sale. I do like that. Like you get a notification, you sold this item, or you're running low on this inventory.
Okay, well, that would be helpful, because I get emails, right, that you make a sale and it doesn't pop up on my phone. So I have to go into Walmart every single day and check on my orders tab. What I want to say, before we start addressing some questions and talking about some other stuff, for me, this 2 weeks, and I shared it last night when Nicole and I did our she-commerce show, we spoke about our experience with Walmart, is that I had somebody place an order for 2 items, the same item, just 2 of them. And then they, at less than an hour later, put in a cancellation request. I somehow did not properly cancel their order. So it looks like one unit was, this is what I don't understand. It was 1 order, 2 items, same item. It appears as though one was canceled, the other one was shipped without any tracking information and didn't arrive. So now on my health dashboard, I have like this, like, I can't remember without looking at it. I know I sent you guys a screenshot that morning that it happened. I'm like, oh my God, what'd I do? So, and I hit refund. So I think by me clicking the refund button, it triggered my refund rate, like that my refund health didn't look good because I refunded this item. And I don't know if on Walmart, I'm in charge of hitting refund if somebody cancels. Maybe I only hit cancel and I don't have to hit refund. I didn't know the protocol, so I just took an educated guess. So I currently have a case log going with Walmart to help me get that fixed. So that was probably the big thing that happened for me this week.
Yeah, you have to let them know the refund is due to a cancellation. And then you also have to let the customer know you canceled the order.
And I did. I did let the customer know immediately. Yeah. So that part I did do, not because it had me do it, but that's what I always did on Amazon. I just consider that good customer service, right?
Right.
To acknowledge that.
I don't know.
But I did not notify.
Oh.
I know you always got to get it sideways, but it's hard to see.
But you can see the second thing down. That's a notification from Walmart saying the order was.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I did not notify Walmart that the reason I had this refund is because they canceled. Well, now they know because I have a case log. I will say doing case logs with Walmart is slow. But doing case logs with Amazon really isn't any faster. So, I can't, I can't say one is better than the other.
Yeah.
So that was my only big moment with Walmart, I would say, this week.
Okay.
I got something else to add too. So I have a really high-tech system.
That's so high-tech.
It's really high-tech.
Give us your coding formula.
Best in class here. So the last 2 weeks on Amazon, today and last week, I was at 45 cents a pound on my Amazon shipment today, 43 cents a pound last week. My Walmart shipment today was 21 cents a pound on inbound.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
half.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So much easier to pack for Walmart.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will start with acknowledging Sherry. I haven't acknowledged you. I think you hopped in after I acknowledged Nate. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us, Sherry. It's nice to see names I recognize. So we'll start with Nate's first question. He needs help with starting a Disney Ungate with a receipt. I have not done ungating. Me and Nate talked about this last night. I have not done ungating yet, but I do know that my onboarding specialist had said to me, and I believe I even saw it in another YouTuber's video, that you can submit your receipts. It's not like with Walmart, you have to have, say, an invoice. You can't, they will accept receipts, and especially when they're from Walmart. However, I do not know if Disney is a hard thing to get ungated in or not. Have either one of you done an ungating process yet?
It's on my to-do list. I've got a few to do. I've heard of people getting, I think you can get ungated in like Disney and Lego and stuff, but just submit what you have, open a case and submit your receipt and see how it goes. But it's not as rigid as the Amazon requirements.
Now, I believe when I spoke to Nate last night that he didn't even know how to open a case or where to. Can we provide a link to that page? Or if we provide the link, does it somehow link into our account? If you want to provide me that link, Heather or Reno, in the private chat, I'll click it just to make sure it doesn't actually go to your account.
You just go to the upper right-hand part of your screen, and there's a little question mark with a circle around it. And then down below it is you can contact support, and then your cases, you can access your case, open case.
Oh, that's super easy. So in your account, Nate, what Heather said is in the upper right-hand corner is a question mark inside a little circle. I'm going off memory because I know exactly what you're talking about. It's equivalent of where an Amazon or a little wagon wheel is in that area. And then from there, you can open a case. And then I would assume that if you open a case, you're trying to tell them exactly what listing you're wanting to list on. And I would use the Walmart either link, or would you use the Walmart product ID? Because Walmart doesn't have an ASIN, but a product ID on the listing. I guess I would mention that, as we would with Amazon, giving them a specific ASIN, and then submitting your proof of purchase on that item. I think that's how I would go about doing it, just what I think you should do, but I can't say I've done that in practice, that it works.
Reno, have you done any ungating?
No, I haven't had to, really. Most of the stuff I've been ungated on. And the only stuff I haven't been ungated are things that Walmart will not allow third parties to sell. So if you're selling a detergent and it's Tide, and Tide won't let you sell it on Walmart, then I've not had that problem. Other than that, when you go to contact support, you just ask the question is, I'd like to get ungated in Disney. And then there'll be a whole bunch of steps you have to go through till you open a case. But then you'll get a case and then you'll open it up. And then you can also track it through the question mark. There'll be a thing is to track your cases.
What I do like about Walmart is that they at least give you an answer back. Like, oh, well, this is what we need. And their emails back to you make sense. I don't feel like it's a copy and paste reply so far in my experience with Walmart case logs. They say things like they actually read what I sent them. And so so far I've liked the case log process with Walmart.
Yeah. And they will, if you click enough times. I've gotten to the point of, just like right now, they'll call you. So you can give them a phone number and they'll contact you immediately.
Now, are you getting representatives from out of the country? Is it still outsourced? Or are you getting U.S. representatives generally called?
I had U.S.
Mostly U.S.?
Yeah.
So that's a plus. Yeah. I like that too.
Yeah, I had a person for 6 weeks for SEO stuff. That was about a year ago. And she was here in the United States. So.
And how did you get an SEO person?
Because they were picking specific people that they were trying to grow their business. So I must have just hit the lucky thing, and she helped me with, and that's where I found out that when you cancel a call or cancel an order, you have to make sure you cancel and write an email to them and say, just canceled, but you have to acknowledge you're canceling it. And the other things were all the specifics, how to become a pro seller, what numbers you have to hit for a pro seller, what are the requirements, how to keep it. And then also making sure you have shipments done within a day. And she went through all that with me.
Are you a pro seller, Heather?
I think I lost it. Like I had it for a minute and then I think something dropped into metrics. So
it goes in and out the fifth.
Okay, so if our metrics on that page fall like how mine did because of this cancellation boo-boo, so it's like on eBay when you when you right and then you have the 90 days, turn it back. Okay. And I don't know if you have to still do those requirements or not, because it used to be you couldn't do a Walmart fulfilled shipment unless you were pro, but now we all can do it because even I can do it. And I'm obviously not a pro yet. So I think some of those things have probably changed a little bit.
Yeah. It's just discounts. You get discounts as a pro.
Okay.
That's all. I mean, it's no big deal. There's no huge advantage to it other than you'll get a kickback from Walmart.
Okay. And then Nate wants to know, do you polybag on Walmart? And I'm assuming he means things that we would polybag on Amazon, like a plush toy or a men's polo shirt. I would.
Yeah, if you're going to touch it, here's an example. This mitt, this one's going to Amazon, but if it was going to Walmart, I would put it in a poly bag.
I would too, just to keep it clean, because you don't know, is the employee going to drop it on the floor, accidentally step on it?
And then you also got to get a SKU for it. This one's an Amazon one, but you can print out the Walmart one and stick it on there.
And it's only because your barcode isn't visible.
There's no barcode on the mitt. Yeah, there's nothing.
Now, when you're doing a shipment, because I haven't done one yet, when you are doing a shipment, is there a button the same as on, well, a lot of people use Inventory Lab and not Amazon. So an Inventory Lab, we know how easy that is. But I've helped people do shipments through Amazon Seller Central. And on each line item, there's a little button that says, print FN SKU. When you are doing shipments, we're not doing shipments through Inventory Lab for Walmart. You're doing it within Walmart's portal. Does Walmart have a similar, is it as easy, like print, because you're not going to print it on everything. So I'm assuming you can pick and choose.
Right.
Yep.
Is you're building your shipping content, out to the side, there's a little printer that you can click and
so you can click it and say, I want to print, and what is it called? FNSKU on Walmart? Is it called that by the button? What is it called?
G10
labels, I think, or something.
Let's see.
I don't know. You'd have to.
It's not the end of the world. I was just curious, what it was actually labeled.
And I hear it referred to as a G10 label most of the time. What the button actually says, I couldn't tell you, but
yeah.
And then Nate also said, I did not get an onboarding person. Am I missing this? Well, I don't know, because a few people have reached out to me saying that they didn't get one. I didn't ask for one. It was just like an email that I got. And so everybody gets to have one as a new seller. When you sign up, you get one. So if you have not been appointed one, or an email hadn't been sent out to you and you are a new seller, I would go the same format of you trying to get ungated and click the question mark, open up a case and say, as a new seller, I have heard I can be assigned an onboarding specialist. How do I get in contact and make this happen? I would open up a case and just ask. They'll give you one. I can't imagine them saying, nope, you don't get one, because it's part of getting signed up with Walmart. And you do have access to your onboarding specialist for your first 3 months of having them. And when you have them, it's like unlimited, phone calls you can set up, unlimited emails back and forth. I will say the delay time is long. Like my onboarding specialist said to me, please don't think I'm ignoring you if it takes me a few days to answer. She says, I do about 100 of these calls a week. So, they are very busy, but when I do get a call with her, she never makes me feel rushed. She never makes me feel like, oh, our time is up, gotta go. She usually goes over our call. It's been a very, very pleasant experience. I've sent her emails. On that, she replies quite slowly, but she already warned me she would. So I'm not concerned like, oh, she's, I only have 3 months. Email me back, because I already know. So yeah, definitely ask about that. So before we share about our Monday call of the software that we kind of interviewed about, how can you help us with Walmart? Is there anything else you guys wanted to discuss?
No.
That you thought might be helpful for people? Monday, Reno, Heather, and I, because our mission from our last live, for those of you that were with us, was how do we, track our profit and loss for Walmart? How do we track our finances? And we knew that there were some different softwares out there. Is it called SellerGate, something like that? I forgot what that one does.
Celebrate, I think.
Celebrate. It's like Seller GR and then the number 8. I know that one, I think, was a favorite by that winning on Walmart Facebook group. The lady who runs that, I think that one was her favorite. But I used many years ago, before Inventory Lab, a software called SellerChamp. So I'm still on their email list, and I saw that they've grown a lot over the years, and I saw that they have this integration with Walmart. So I was curious what they did. So Reno, Heather, and I had a demo call with them on Monday, and he screen shared and answered all of our questions. And I found it really interesting. I don't have my notes that I took that day on that call in the room. So I wrote a bunch of notes of like the cost and everything and what he shared with us. So before we jump into what we got from that phone call, and I only got to talk to Reno about it momentarily. Heather and I didn't even discuss it. This is the website. It's called SellerChamp. And these are the platforms, and like ShipStation, of course, is just your shipping. But they integrate with Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, Walmart, and for those that do that have Google stores, and BigCommerce, isn't that also a site you can sell on?
Yeah, I use that. That's my website. Yeah, so that's a website provider.
Yeah, so they have a lot more integrations. I think I was their third customer ever when SellerChamp was a company. Like, that's how far back I do know of them. So what I want to say before I have Reno or Heather give their input on our call with them is SellerChamp will work like Inventory Lab for Walmart, and they do like a version of Inventory Lab for Amazon and Etsy and those other platforms too. But for our show specifically being about Walmart, SellerChamp is like Inventory Lab for Walmart, and so you can create. You can't create a shipment for Walmart because Walmart doesn't allow any plugins, but you can do like Inventory Lab and push all of your listings into Walmart, like scan your stuff and then push all that in one deal. You can create your Walmart listings right inside of SellerChamp and then push that into Walmart. And then you would go into Walmart as you do anytime you do an WFS shipment and do that as normal. So when you're making sales, it will track what you paid for it because you're entering that in. And so when it sells and your shipping cost, it will track your profit and loss on your shipping. And since it is integrated with Walmart, it knows what your WFS shipment is. And it also deducts that portion of the calculation to give you a true profit and loss at the SKU level. So it does do that for Walmart, and that was something I was looking for. What did you think about it, Heather, when we spoke to him? What was some of the highlights that you thought were good, and would you use it or not?
I think the thing that, like, visually, I think it kind of reminds me a little bit of Sellerboard as far as some of the, profitability information, which I thought was interesting. The thing that most interested me about using it is the ability to, does it make the process better for listing on Walmart if you start there and then push that information into Walmart? Mm-hmm. So I would just have to play with it and see, there's so many quirky little things, is it better or is it the same, or, but that would interest me. It does a ton of stuff. I mean, you can do your Amazon shipments, you can, ship your merchant fulfilled orders through it, that sort of thing. So it will do a lot. For me, I think when I look at all my software stack, and I think in January, I'm going to sanity check all that. And I'm not about to make a big change as far as
not in Q4, right?
I just can't do one more thing. But I've got that history with Inventory Lab and all the financials and
Yeah.
would I want to make that change? And, it'll do repricing as well for, so.
Yeah, it has a built-in repricer. That's what I was thinking. I think it was $200 and you get 2 platforms for that. If you wanted to add additional platforms, it would be $39 each. I do remember that off the top of my head. And so, because I was trying to map that out. Like if you have Inventory Lab for Amazon, but you have whatever other software for Walmart, if you're using one, and whatever your repricer tool is, if you have one, right, you would have to add all of those up and price it out. Like, does it in the end, it end up being a better bang for your buck because maybe all those others added up together are less than, are more than SellerChamp? If it's about the same, is it worth, like you said, that history you have with Inventory Lab to now go over to SellerChamp and possibly lose all that data? Or can you download that data from Inventory Lab and maybe upload it? Because they did have a download and an upload option in SellerChamp. That's where I was looking at it, was pricing all that out. And then I did like the idea of it being a one-stop shop. Like I don't have to have this tab open for Be Cool, and I don't have to have Inventory Lab open over here, and I don't have to have, if it's Seller Great that you're using for Walmart, it was all in one, and I did like that aspect of it.
Yeah, I think for me too, I'm just not making enough money on Walmart yet to justify the software spend. So I think in the short term, I'm going to stick with using the Walmart repricer functionality. As limited as it is. I'm just going to use that because it cost me $0. So I've got to earn the right to buy software for Walmart is where I'm at. Yeah.
And I think if I were to use it for anything, I would probably use it if I decide to ever sign up with it. I'm with you, Heather. I always feel like I need to justify I need to be making the money to not only pay for the software, but to be earning some myself and still be making enough to be buying more inventory. I'm the same as you. I need, and when I coach clients that I work with, I always tell them the same thing. Don't start off buying all the things because you're going to be in the red on it. Learn the basics, build up, and then get the softwares. Do the keep it simple, stupid method, and put things on a Google sheet to track your profit and loss. And in the beginning, that's what I always tell people too. The other thing I liked that the software also did was the wholesale sheets. And remember, you were asking him, Reno, about the uploading and downloading the files.
The CSV files.
Recall how he shared about how to do that?
Yeah, the CSV files you can download, and then you can do bulk editing. And that was mainly what I was looking at.
Yeah.
I can bulk edit pricing. So I don't have to sit there and click on every little item to change the min and max. I want to be able to look at it really fast, min, and convert everything over and then upload it. So he said he could do that.
Yeah, that's right. There was a spreadsheet you can download of all of your inventory for the repricer part.
Right.
And because he said you could do a blanket thing like, I'll take 30% ROI on everything. He says, but sometimes, as a reseller, that blanket is not really the best option for your entire inventory. And it takes forever to do it in any repricer, Be Cool, any of them. If you want to do each of them one by one, that's a really time involved thing when you just sign up with the software to get everything set up. Yeah. So when you could download that CSV file, and then you could go through them one by one on a sheet, and it would be very fast to do it that way, and then re-upload it into the repricer on their software, and you're done.
Yeah, I did like that part, but with fourth quarter, the last thing I want to do is try to learn something new.
I know, and that's why it's hysterical that I'm taking an advanced advertising course right now. But right now is when they were having it, and look, I'm doing it.
You're for punishment.
Look, I can't help when they offer the course. You got to do it when it's there, right? So you said, let's see the link for SellerChamp. Nate, it is in already the description of the YouTube video. I already have the link right there. So that is where it's at. I agree with Reno and Heather. I don't think I would sign up to start that now, possibly when things settle down after the holidays. And I would be pricing it out. Would it be cost effective for me to do it? I think if you're starting out on Walmart, you've built up enough and you don't have any other software, like, how we have with Inventory Lab, where you maybe have history in there from 2015. I think when you're just starting out, what a great place to start, because it will all be there. And it does a lot. SellerChamp does do a lot. And I do like that. I would also be making sure it made sense for me financially. Yeah. And Heather has another website to share.
Yeah. So there's another one that has been mentioned in the Winning on Walmart Facebook group called Dashna, which can give you item by item profitability. So I'm kind of struggling with it. So last week I tried to set up 2 different times demos for Reno and Tina, and I never got a response. So this weekend I'm like, well, maybe I'll just sign up for a free trial and play with it and just see what it looks like. And so I did that and struggled a little bit, like just, the first day I couldn't upload my cost of goods spreadsheet. It's one of those where you download your items and then you input your COGS and then upload it. Couldn't upload it. Sent a help request. Didn't get a response. Next day, finally that button works. And so I upload it, but it's still just not like the referral fees aren't in there. And the fee structure pulling in from Walmart just doesn't look correct to me at this point in time. And I just can't seem to get any kind of human being or bot to respond to me anytime.
And then that's like not a good thing either, right? When you're dealing with a company, their software is already wonky, and then their customer service, just to even sign up isn't good. So it's like, if it's not even good to get you as a customer, I can't imagine it's going to be stellar to keep you as a customer.
Yeah. So I'm going to try one more time, and then I'm probably going to cancel the free trial, and then I'll probably do a free trial on SellerGreat, and maybe I can talk about that next time. Just
try that one. Yeah. I wanted to try SellerGreat too as a free trial, because that seemed to be the favorite amongst the Walmart sellers that have tried the softwares. Mm-hmm. And if anybody wants, I think SellerChamp does a free, I want to say they do, but they definitely do free tutorials of how to use it and explore their software. And I would definitely recommend taking advantage of that. I thought it was good. The gentleman was very patient, answered all questions, and they're very responsive. They have been around a long time. Because I want to say when I first tried them was in 2016, I want to say is when they first came out. So they've been around. So they know what they're doing. So yeah, you could, also try a free demo call with them if it's anything you're interested in. Like I said, if I did it, I probably wouldn't use it for Amazon. I would do the 2 platforms for me. I would just do eBay and Walmart.
Have you? Oh, go ahead, Heather.
What do you want it to do for you for eBay, Tina?
For me, for eBay, everything for me always comes down to what the profit and loss is. I like that part of Inventory Lab. Sure, with Inventory Lab, I like the ease of creating a shipment. I mean, that's one part of it. I don't need shipment plans for eBay. We already know it doesn't do it for Walmart, but I like tracking my money. Me and my Finance Friday, I like analyzing what items are making me the most money. So if I was using it on eBay, I wouldn't mind making the listing in there versus eBay. It doesn't matter to me. But I like that when I make a sale, I can, have those buy costs be put in there for my eBay items. And then you can sort it by either where you're buying the items. I buy things on auction. I buy things, at an estate sale. I buy things at the bins. I niche things down to, of those places I shop at, which ones really have my highest ROI? If it's clothing, am I selling more men's jeans than women's blouses? Or am I making more money off dresses versus plush? I love analyzing this type of data, because that's where then it's kind of like analyzing keywords for ad campaigns. It's how I analyze where I want to spend more of my sourcing efforts at, in what category, in what if it's clothing, is it jeans over shirts, is it men over women? I'm an analyzer. I'm an analyzer of where my money comes from. So I would like to use it for that. And same with Walmart. I would use it for that same data, like we do Inventory Lab for Amazon. What are my replens? How can I track my Walmart replens? If I only bought 3 of something, did I sell out of all 3 this month? Did it take me 3 months to sell them? Did I run out in the first week? So doing those numbers, should I buy 12 for next month? And, or this is how I analyze and how I grow. And there's just not a lot or enough software out there to me that I've found to do that for me for Walmart and eBay. And since I'm really heavily invested in eBay and Walmart right now, I'm looking for a really good tracker. On Finance Fridays, when I do my paperwork, I have a Google Sheet, and I track all of my multiple streams of income on that sheet. So every week I'm going in my eBay account, for instance, and I put in my net sales. I do all of my shipping through Pirate Ship for eBay because I have it linked to my credit card that I earn cash back for buying shipping. And then I also earn travel rewards for my spend. So it's like I'm triple dipping there. And Pirate Ship links to eBay. So there's an integration section in Pirate Ship that I have my Etsy and my eBay accounts linked to. So I know this is long-winded, but on my spreadsheet, I track my net sales for eBay, shipping costs, and what I spent that week on inventory total, not at the SKU level, but just at the total level. And so at the end of the month, I have my true profit or loss based on that for eBay. So I track that. I do coaching services. I do ad management for clients for their Amazon accounts. I sell on Etsy. I sell on Walmart. And I sell on Amazon. So I have multiple streams of income. And so I know how much hours I spend on each of these and what I'm actually making on each of these. And so it really lets me know where to be putting most of my efforts. Where am I getting the most hourly from my time and the most, profit on what platform? And it has really helped me make so much better decisions in my businesses and where my efforts are at.
I'd like to show you something, Tina, offline. We can take this offline, but I've used something called My Reseller Genie for eBay.
That, but I've never used it.
And it's like $20 or $25 a month.
Okay.
But it gives me everything by SKU level. I know what my inventory value is at the end of the year for taxes. So I'd like to show that to you.
Okay.
We can do that on the side.
Okay, cool.
Tina, have you ever considered, because you've got the onboarding, to ask her what new software is coming up in 3 to 6 months to fulfill what our needs are?
I feel like I asked her something about that because she knew there wasn't a lot out there for Walmart. I don't remember what her answer was because we've talked about so many things. I can't say a definitive answer that she gave me, but the way I feel is that she wasn't really so much in tune with what's going on outside of Walmart, but more what Walmart's planning on doing for us.
Well, no, that's what I mean. What is Walmart planning on giving us for software wise? Like,
Yeah.
are they going to give us a tracker? Are they going to give us, how many people have bought in a month? They keep all that hidden. Other than with Martyr, you have no clue. Even that is still vague.
Yeah. That will be a good question for me to re-ask from my next call. I do know that Walmart had their big, Walmart conference. And one girl in our Facebook group went to it and was supposed to reach out to me for coming on to talk about that. Because at this Walmart conference, Walmart told everybody, this is what we're doing, and everybody was very, very excited about it. I don't know if on YouTube land, if anyone who went to that has spoke about it and what they gleaned from Walmart, what they put out there for us. I would like to know. I reached out to her once and she says, I'm still traveling. I'm not back. So I don't know if she intends to ever reach out and come on or not. But I did ask her to because I'd love to know what was shared at that conference.
Yeah, I'm going to check that. See if anything was posted. Everything is old. 8 months ago, yeah. Walmart tutorial, yeah. That would be interesting because I've heard that they're working on software. Granted, Heather and I have gotten that other software that we use. It's okay. It's just nothing special. I just didn't know if they were coming out with more aggressive repricing, more aggressive tracking of inventory and stuff like that.
Well, I do know if we're shopping on Walmart, I have noticed that underneath it, kind of like Amazon, it'll say like 200 of people have bought this in the last 24 hours, or things of that nature. I have seen that. Nate says that he was on the Zoom today about Q4, and I'm assuming you mean Walmart had a Zoom today, and I did not know they had one. So if they sent an email, I just hadn't opened it yet.
Yeah, I have a note on my Walmart meeting I was supposed to attend to, and I guess I didn't.
I saw it. I just didn't have the time today.
See?
Yeah. It's just, that's the way I feel. There's not enough of me. Like, there's obviously enough hours in the day, but I have too many things that I want to do within those hours.
I wonder if they recorded it. I wonder. Yeah.
Yeah, Nate, do you know if it was recorded, that you can access it by any chance? And was there anything that, he said it kept glitching. Of course it did, because it's Walmart. Did you have any good takeaway at all from that, Nate? I'm just curious if you did. And he says it is recorded. Yeah, that would be interesting to see what they did here. You know what? Next time I talk to my onboarding specialist, I don't know if Walmart allows their employees or not, but I should ask her if she'd be willing to come on to like Walmart Wednesday. And if we can all pick her brain, one, is she allowed? And two, is she willing? I will, I'm not even going to wait to talk to her. I'm going to email her that.
Yeah.
Because
we can always hide her face. Cool. We can always hide her face, black it out.
Sure. Yeah.
I was just trying to find out if I never received a reminder that it was today.
I'm writing that down now, because if I don't write it down, I forget. So I always have, I have all these like pads of paper. Then they're the Post-it ones, big ones. I write notes everywhere. Look on my desk. There's there's just 4 on this desk. So I'm always jotting things down. And then at the end of the week, like on Saturday mornings or Sunday mornings when I'm relaxing, I have and Reno, I've sent him a picture before of my ridiculous
It's pile. All different Post-its.
Insane.
And then I
go for these Post-its.
I think you own business in Posties. I don't know.
Hi, Ryan. Thanks for joining the chat. We're talking about Walmart, as you know.
Trouble showed up.
And trouble showed up. So, did we have any questions that Ryan might answer that we were wondering? Oh, for Nate. Earlier.
Ask Ryan. Is the Walmart software that we were asked to? Oh, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have an iPhone. I think that was his problem, is he didn't have an iPhone. But the new Walmart software, if it's working for him still or not.
Yeah, the Walmart software, for those of you that were in beta, Reno and Heather's now it's no more. Like, they took it away.
Yeah.
So they were wondering if the beta was over or if they were updating it. So that is something that we were curious about. And then I think, Ryan, you have done ungating. And earlier in the show, Nate was asking about getting ungating with Disney toy with a Walmart receipt. The process about how do you go about getting ungated. The only thing I could think of, without knowing, because I haven't done it, is just to simply open a case and I'll tell them what you want approval to sell, and just upload your invoice or your receipt. If you've done that, can you share?
We should have Ryan on, even though he says his language would be a little rough. I said, don't worry. Tina's handled it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, what's so funny is, look, off camera, I have language, right?
Yes.
But I was a barber for 32 years. All my cousins are boys. I'm the only girl. I raised 2 sons. So language and men and what does not intimidate me or bother me at all. I realize, on camera, I keep it, professional in case kids are in the room. And, I'm definitely ladylike for the most part. Men and behaviors like that don't intimidate me or bother me at all.
That's what I told him the same thing. Yeah. Because he's on every Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern. He's out shopping.
Yeah, and a lot of times I watch it later or parts of it later because, Reno, you'll message me. And I'm like, how does he find so much time to do this? I'm not even done with, yeah. Ryan is.
Well, I'm just there, and it just so happens that he's on. So
he's a beast. He's a beast with filming stuff. Like I don't have enough time to hardly, go to the bathroom. I'm so busy, and he just does it and kicks butt all day long. It's impressive. So, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to hit the things. I meant to click flash deals. So so Walmart I know does flash deals, and I was looking at some of those this morning. So trying to source Walmart for back to Walmart. I'm playing around with some things. So they always have these like daily flash deals. Have either one of you shop the flash deals or source them? Have you found that a good source for profitability? And because I also thought about, I used to have, what is it called? BrickSeek. I used to pay for BrickSeek years ago. Is BrickSeek worth it for finding the hidden deals for Walmart flips?
Not anymore. At least that's what I've heard.
That you've heard. Have either one of you done flash deals shopping on Walmart for Walmart? Or not even considered doing that yet?
I occasionally get online and look at, what are the deals, so maybe a tiny bit, but I wouldn't say I'm getting very much there. Like a lot of times on those flash deals, the first thing you have to do is sort out the retailers and, get rid of all the third-party sellers.
Get rid of all of us and just do it I do that too. So off to the side on Walmart, if you guys don't know, that left-hand side menu where you can choose, let's say you're looking at clothing, it might be, men or women, you can filter out size, color, all these options off to the left to sort out your search results. There is another tab called retail. And when you drop that down, it will say like Walmart, I think it says like Walmart Pro Seller, Walmart, and then there's a third one. So I make sure I only want Walmart to be the seller. And you should be doing that even for your Amazon purchases on Walmart. You want to be filtering out as third-party sellers. Now, if you're a regular shopper out there, don't filter us out. Buy from us.
Yeah, I think for me, my sourcing for Walmart, if you leave aside the trash, like the Amazon trash that goes on there is just, the leftovers, and I don't consider that sourcing. But I'm really just trying to source in parallel when I'm sourcing for Amazon. So if I'm in a store, I'm scanning for both stores when I'm doing RA. If I'm sourcing online, I try to take that extra step and then look at that item on Walmart as well and see.
That's what I did this morning. Because I love OA better than RA. And so I was on a website this morning for Walmart that I was buying. So I looked at the things on Walmart and made the purchases, and simultaneously I had an Amazon tab open with my SellerChamp little calculator there. And I was saying, okay, does this item also sell on Amazon? So am I buying double the amount or just the amount for one platform or the other? So I did the same thing, and I like that. Ryan says, no BrickSeek, not worth it.
Yeah.
And Nate said on the Q4 video with Walmart today that they expect toys, beauty, and apparel to be great this Q4 for Walmart. And I would assume the same.
Yeah.
And so Ryan says he's tried it here and there, but nothing worth getting really. And that is BrickSeek. Just use the free version of what you get with BrickSeek then, right? And just check it every once in a while. And so Ryan says, and when is it dropping? Is it tonight, you said? Tonight at 8 o'clock. So this is 8 o'clock Eastern time, I'm assuming. Ryan, if you guys follow him on YouTube, he has part 2 of his Meijer haul. So if those of you have Meijer, we don't have Meijer out here. Is Meijer, I feel like they're part of a chain here in the West Coast. I've got to Google that.
Yeah, we've got a couple of them here. But of course,
you have everything.
Ryan,
just shut your face.
She gets so upset.
Is it upset or is it jealous?
Yeah, no.
Let's really deep dive here. Let me lay on the couch. Okay, Meijer's does not have I'm calling it affiliate stores. Is that what you would call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like Myers is just Myers, and they don't have any other stores. So you know what? I don't care about your stupid second drop today. I don't care, Ryan. I am not watching it because I don't have Myers, and I just don't even care.
I'll watch
no,
it.
I'm not jealous. I'm not. I just don't care.
I'm probably going to Myers tomorrow, along with some other store that you hate too.
Oh, he's like Fred Meyer. Oh, well, let me see if Fred Meyer has an affiliate. I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, I don't have them in Missouri either.
I don't think so. I think it's just it comes up Myers, still the same store. Don't care. I don't care about
But you have Ross's, yeah.
Meyer, whatever. Yeah, so those of you that do care, that do have a Myers, make sure you watch Ryan at 8:00 Eastern Standard Time tonight for his set. Is it worth watching, Ryan? Like, are you going to be dropping some good stuff, or is it an empty cart gang video? Like, spill the beans.
Usually he does well. It's Walmart that he sucks at lately. But lately he's gotten a little better at Walmart.
Kind of stuck in at Walmart. Well, you know, he just because he already bought everything on clearance when he was in there. He already cleaned them.
Yeah, you see him clearing out the whole clearance section.
Such a
LOL
show off.
dolls that I can't sell on Amazon.
Show off.
Yeah.
I will say if there are any, if there are any LOL dolls, I know that Nate and his wife scored a bunch of LOL dolls out here on clearance at our Walmarts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then he should watch definitely some of Ryan's stuff because he does a lot of that at Walmart, and he clears out a lot of Walmarts with that.
No, he's just flexing. He's out there flexing in the stores.
Yeah. But yeah, it just it's been busy.
I've got nothing else to offer when it comes to Walmart. And that's what I was saying yesterday when me and Nicole went live, is I thought it'll be so amazing that here at this time at the starting Q4 in 2024 to Q4 in 2025, I want to come back and watch some of these videos and go, man, how far have I come? I'm looking forward to that in regards to Walmart. So I'm excited. I got my first, so I have a wholesale account that I always bought stuff for listings that I created on Amazon. So since I'm not going to be creating listing on Amazon for a long time, I decided, you know what, let me give this company a chance for Walmart. And I ordered something that's neither on Amazon nor Walmart. But I think it's something that's cool and I'm going to give it a shot. So it'll be my first time just going on a gut instinct of something that I can get from one of my wholesale suppliers. And then this morning I did my first like OA from a store that I like to buy from because they happen to have a coupon code deal. They had, I think it was 8% cashback with top cashback on the site, coupled with the store was having a sale. And some of the things were even on clearance. So I did one, like, I love those kind of OAs, right? Where you get the cash back, you get the coupon code, the store is having the sale on the thing that you're getting. Like if you do Bath and Body, like if it was Bath and Body and it was like buy one, get one free on a thing and you get all those perks. And then of course, shopping with my business card that gives me credit card travel points. You know, I just feel like I'm winning when I do orders like that. Like I'm winning everywhere. So I did one of those orders this morning. So I'm excited about that. So I will be collecting enough stuff up that hopefully like in a week and a half, I'll be doing my first WFS shipment. So let's see. Ryan says that he's got about a 20-box shipment going into Walmart this week. Good for you, Ryan.
Well,
Again, I'm not jealous.
His past couple of videos, that's what he was doing, was collecting a lot of stuff.
That's awesome.
I'm
really happy for you. I really am. So Brown Girl says, I'm not sure if you discussed this already, but can you explain how you got a G10 exemption on Walmart? So I did get G10 exemption on Walmart. However, I have not successfully used it. So you can get it, but I haven't worked out the bugs. I also haven't spent enough time on it. My lady's working with me on this. I didn't really make a video on how I got G10 exemption, but you do have to open up a case for it there. I don't even remember the steps I did. And I know Reno and Heather did it with me. I recorded myself doing it. So I'm going to have to go back and study what I did to share with you. Because it was, was that 3 weeks ago we did that? I did. And so you do get G10 exemption. I'm not going to lie that it wasn't hard, but it was a little bit time consuming. So I got the G10 exemption, and I did have to upload listing. So it wasn't upload. I had to provide links from either my website or say your Amazon listings to show proof that these things exist that you're asking G10 exemption for, because they want to see these listings and see that it's not tied to a UPC code, which mine were not. So I gave them links to my Amazon listings for the item in the category I wanted to get a G10 exemption. So I did do that part. And I will say that once you get G10 exemption, it's not the same as when you're making a bundle listing on Amazon, and then you're just not required to put in a UPC code, and you just build your listing without doing that with just ease. You have to, and then in Walmart, you can't build the listing the usual way. You have to do it on a flat file. So if you're comfortable with flat files like on Amazon, then a Walmart flat file is a wee bit easier than an Amazon flat file. So you will have to create your listings with a flat file on Walmart because it's the only one that has this little like drop down section for you to put not needed. Unfortunately, in the easy way to build a listing, that option just isn't there. And hopefully they plan to have that there, because that will make life easier. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to throw my onboarding specialist under the bus a bit, since, Walmart, if they watch this, don't know who she is or who I am on Walmart. In my call to her, I said to her, hey, I need help with this flat file I did. For whatever reason, it's not going through with my G10. She built it. Now she's actually working back and forth with that team because she doesn't understand why it's not being pushed through, because it should be. So thankfully, I have her in my corner. So she's working on that. If every one of them is going to be that hard, then it's not going to be fun to have G10 exemption. But if it gets easier, then, and this one is just a glitch because I had already created the listing in the back end. She thought that could be why, because that SKU already existed, and that's just a long story. When I was on my call with her and I said, hey, for every category, do I have to jump through all these hoops to get the G10 exemption? It wasn't hard. It was just a little time consuming in the case log. She says, you know what? I can actually do that. She says, Walmart gives us the authority to push the buttons. She asked me what categories I wanted a G10 exemption for, and we were screen sharing, and she just clicked all the things I want and just gave it to me. So I only actually had to get approved for the grocery category. She just gave me all the other categories. So I kind of just got lucky on that. And Ryan, yes, I can talk to you about the G10 exemption. Maybe we can do that not now, because I can't remember the steps, but off camera, I can help you out with that. I mean, look, I owe you for your help where you helped me, right? So
tell me has to come online.
Right. Yeah. You got to come on the live and behave.
Yeah.
And behave. That's a big ask, right?
Yes,
yeah. For him. Yeah.
You just can't drop F-bombs, Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, we are coming upon our hour. It always goes by fast, and I will have to re-watch my steps on G10, but I'm happy to do a show about that. But that really is the gist of it. So maybe just open up a case and Brown Girl, if you have a specific item that you're wanting to do a G10 exemption for, like a bundle, and you have one already on Amazon, that is that bundle. Because it has to be under the brand name you're wanting to use. So it's not like you can just share anybody's bundle on Amazon and ask for it. So if you are already a bundler on Amazon, share links to your listing. And that was really the key to it. They just want to see that there are listings out there on the internet that are under your brand name that don't have UPCs. Otherwise, I think that the really good go around is get yourself a cheap Shopify store under your name you're wanting to use, and create some listings on a Shopify store, and then share with Walmart your actual website. And I think that would be another way.
Definitely.
Any parting words?
No, just long day.
And I always forget until the end because I'm the worst. I'm the worst.
Like and subscribe.
Seriously, just do it. And so that's what I have to say. And we'll be back here in 2 more weeks for another Walmart Wednesday. And we will share, I think we're sharing actual shipping template next week. We talk about it.
We are.
We've never done it. We just keep saying we're going to do it. But we really are next week, right, Heather?
We are.
We've got 2 weeks.
I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. It rhymes with leather. It rhymes with leather. But when that person is able to take screenshots, we will really go through it. But we're busy. We're all busy, you guys. So we do our best. So thanks for hanging, and we'll see you in a couple weeks, everybody.
Sounds great,
Thanks,
guys.
everybody.
Bye. You like how I